So there we are, right on the nut. Welcome to Chair Yoga. So glad to have you here for Chair Yoga today. Let's go ahead and sit in that good posture. With your feet forward, toes are forward, knees and ankles are right in line with each other, and we're sitting back with our hips, shoulders, and ears are right in line with each other. We're going to work on balance today. So we're going to start actually by doing some things with the vestibular system or with the inner ear and all those kinds of things that help bring our balance together. So let's start. We're going to start with our fingers right here. And I first want you to take your left hand, bring it all the way out, and we're going to bring it in and touch your nose. And all the way out. Good. Bring it in, touch your nose. And all the way out. And bring it in, touch your nose. We're watching that finger all the way to your nose, and then watching the finger all the way out. Let's do it one more time. Bring it in, and touch, and then all the way out. Good. Right here, just blink, shrug your shoulders a couple of times. We're going to do the other side. So we bring that hand out, the finger out, we bring it to your nose, touch it, watch it all the way, watch it all the way back. Good. Watch that finger to your nose, and watch it all the way back. Good. Watch that finger to your nose, and all the way back. One more time, we're watching that finger. Good, and then let's bring it and shrug those shoulders, blink a few times. Good, so we're working the eye muscles while we do that, and it's a little bit of yoga, a little bit of balance related, right? Because we're working muscles, stretching muscles out. So the next one, we bring those things to get fingers together. And we're going to take our hands and we're going to bring them out, disco fingers, remember disco? Right, so we're going to hold it right here, and we're going to start with a head turn. So we're going to turn and look up, turn and look down. Turn and look up, turn and look down, and then one more, up and down. Good. Now bring it back to the center. We're going to do the other side. So we lift it up, we look up, and then down, and up, and then down. One more time, up, and then down. Good. So let's go back to that. So the arms go out, but this time I want you to look forward, and I want you to bring your fingers so where you can see them in your peripheral vision. Good. Now this time I want you to stay looking forward, and we're going to look up with our eyes and down with our eyes, but we're not going to change where our head is positioned. So we're going to look up and down and up and down. We can do this one a little bit faster. Up and down and up and down. We're looking at those fingers. We're not turning our head. Couple more. Working those muscles in the eye, working that balance system. Good. Bring it right here. Blink it. Good, let's change those fingers other way. So we look up, oops, I turned my head. Don't turn your head, that's cheating. All right, up and down, just using those eyes. Do you find one way was easier than the other? Good, I have contacts, so I can feel one contact more than the other. Good, up and down. All right, working that inner ear, that vestibular system. One more time, bring it right here and blink it. Good. All right, bring those hands down. Let's roll those shoulders back just a little bit. Good. So balance is an extreme part of yoga, right? It's really the core center of yoga. It's all about balance. So I want you to bring those hands here. Now we've looked diagonally, we've looked straight. This time I want you to go side to side, looking at your hands, side to side, like you're watching a ping pong game. Ping pong, ping pong. Look side to side. Don't turn your head. Just use your eyes, side to side, side to side. Good, ooh. All right, a couple more. All right, it was hard not to turn your head a little bit, right? Okay, right here, let's do a little cat and cow. Good, we're gonna do one more eye exercise and we're gonna move on. And if all of this made you dizzy, I want you to stay seated in the chair until you're not dizzy, okay? Breathe, nice big deep breath. That's gonna bring oxygen, that's gonna help with your dizzies. Good. All right, last one right here. So hands are here. I want you to, without moving your head, here, I'm going to bring it here. So I'm going to do this way. Okay. So look down, look up, look down, look up. Do it nice and fast as you can go. Good. Try not to move your head, just your eyes. Up, down, up, down. Good. Just a few more. All right, now blink those eyes. Good. All right, shrug those shoulders. Blink, blink, blink. Good. All right, so we just did a whole ton of balance exercises without really moving anything but the eyes. Isn't that so fun? And then let's reach it out. Big stretch. Good. Now bring your heels forward here. Good. And we're going to rock back and forth. So rock back and forth, working those core muscles. The core muscles range from the top of your knees up to the underneath your breastbone here, and all the way around. So we're working some of those lower back muscles here. Rock it back and forth. If you want to make it a little unstable, lift a foot. And lift a foot. Good. Working that balance, just sitting in the chair. How cool is that, right? We are working our balance, just sitting in the chair. So much we can do just sitting in the chair. Let's do 2 more. And then here's the last one right here, the last complete set. Good. Now, let's bring those arms up right here. We're going to rock side to side. So we did forward and back. Now we're doing side to side, working those oblique muscles a little bit. I can tell we worked those at some point today in one of my classes. I can feel it. Good. Rock them out. Good. See if you can rock and lift your hip. Rock and lift your hip. Lift that hip. No falling off those chairs. Watch the elbows. Don't hit your elbows on those arms. Good. Lift. Good. All right. Last one. Good, and now that we're all sufficiently dizzy, let's just do a little cat and cow. Stretching through that back, lifting and curling. Good, a couple more. Last one. Good, all right, now let's take those feet. We're gonna march those feet, getting ready to stand up. Good, bringing blood down to that lower extremity. It helps us so that we don't get that the dizzy feeling or the little black sparkles in our eyes when we stand up, right? Good, we're kind of trying to keep that blood flowing all the way around. Now let's plant those feet. Let's go ahead and stand up. And I want you to come next to your chair. So come right next to your chair to the side, but I want you still to be able to see me, okay? So if you need to move or do something, please just take a second and move. All right, so we're going to work on clocks a little bit today before we go on further to do some other things. So the first thing is a clock. 12 o'clock is in front, 6 o'clock is in back. To your right is 9 o'clock, and to your left is 3 o'clock. Right, good. Okay, so let's just start with our feet. So I want you can take a look at your feet if you'd like. Feet are about hip distance apart. Toes are forward the best that you can. And we're just going to rock 12 and 6. So 12 and 6. It doesn't have to be a big rock, just 12 and 6. 12 and 6. You're going to take your time. This is all about you and what feels good for you. So if you end up going a little higher in one spot, a little lower in the other, that's okay. Good. You know the old adage, you should never wear a new pair of shoes all day? I'm getting ready to take these shoes off and put on my other ones, I think. It's time for my feet to get a break. All right, now, plant them right in the center. Now I want you to go 3 and 9. 3 and 9. And I'm rocking a little bit to the edge of my shoe. Rocking a little bit to the edge of your foot. Now, shoes. Should we be wearing shoes during this chair yoga? My answer would be, depends on your feet. One thing we should not be wearing, keep rocking with me, we should not be wearing slip-on shoes. If you have shoes on, they need to have a back to them, okay? A slipper is fine as long as it's snuggy tight to your foot. All right, now let's stop that rocking. Now we're gonna make a circle. We're gonna go 12, 3, 6, and 3, and 9, sorry. 12, 9, 6, and 3. Good, so rock it around using those ankles. Ankles are an incredible, important part of balance. Rock it around. Good, and now let's go the other way. So go 12, 9, 6, 3. Good, rocking to the back, to the sides, just like we did when we practiced forward and back and side to side. I want you to get the whole foot, forward, side, back. We're working those ankles, working that balance system. All right, last one. All right, let's march it out. All right, we're going to come back to that clock, but let's just work on some simple balance stuff for just a moment. So first thing is I want you close to your chair, look around you. We're going to move around the chair, so I want you to make sure that you have room around your chair, so move it the best that you can. Or if you're close to a wall, take your chair away, and you can do this just walking along a wall. So we're going to do some tandem walking. We're going to put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. Now notice that we're all probably looking down, right? We're looking at our feet. I want you to stay as close to your chair or a wall as you can, right? So I want you to have something that you can brace yourself on if you need it. Toe and heel. Good. Now, if you can, I want you to look up and not look at your feet. Just trust that they are doing what they're supposed to do. Heel to toe. Heel to toe. We're close to something we can grab. I'm just walking in little bitty circles. But you could walk along a wall and then turn around when you hit the end, right? Walking around, toe and heel. Good. Try not to look at your feet. Try to look up and trust that what's happening below is what you need to happen. Grab the chair when you need it. Good. I will not make you walk backwards today. Let's do one more loop around the chair or one more loop on your wall, whatever you picked to do. Good. What's making me dizzy? Anybody else getting a little dizzy? All right. When you get to where you started, go ahead and stop. Maybe you were faster than me. That's perfectly fine. Good. All right. Now let's do some toe taps here to that 12 o'clock position. 12 o'clock position, alternating toe taps. Good. Good. Did the dizzies go away? If at any point you feel dizzy, sit down, hands come on the hips, and we breathe. Good. Try to look at a vertical line, maybe a doorway or a pillar or something like that. A vertical line, look at it and breathe. For some reason that helps. All right, and it's not just me, it's really doctor proven. Now let's tap it side to side, side to side. You can put your hands wherever you're comfortable, sides or down by your side or up in the air, whatever feels good. Good, tap it side to side. Those are 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock positions. Good, now let's go back to sixes. We're going to do sixes, here we go. Tap them back. Tap them back. Good. So that was pretty easy, right? Yeah. We're getting there. All right, now bring your feet right back to the center of that clock. So we're going to start working with one leg at a time. We're going to be standing on one leg, so if you need the chair, please use it. So we're going to lift one foot. We could do this in the chair, seated as well. You're at the end of the chair and you're just taking your toes in those positions that we talk about here, the 12, 6, 9, and 3. So here we go. So we're going to lift that foot up. I want you to touch 12, touch 9. Oh, for you, yeah, that's 9. And then touch 6. Good. So let's do that again. So we're going to lift it up. 12, 9, and 6. One more time. 12, 9, and 6. Good. Let's do the other side. We do 12, 3, and 6. Good. 12, 3, and 6. Woo! 12, 3, and 6. If we do 4 on the other side, we'll do 4 on this side. 12, 3, and 6. Good. All right. Now I'm going to make it a little bit harder. Okay? So first thing is we're going to do a 12 and a 6, lifting it up. No touching in the middle. 12 and a 6 and 12 and a 6. One more. 12 and a 6. That wasn't too bad, was it? Let's try the other side. Let's go 12, lift it up, back to the 6. 12, lift it up, back to the 6. 2 more. 12, lift it up, back to the 6. Last one right here. 12 and 6. Okay. Good job. Let's march it out. Good. So before we get to our last challenge, I want you to come stand behind your chair. Still looking at me. We're going to do some side walking this time. So we're going to do side steps. And I want you to always be able to hold on to something. Again, if you want to go to a wall so that you can hold the wall and go further, you could do that. But for me, with my chair, I'm going to go just to the point where I just can reach the chair should I stumble or feel a little unstable. So we're going to do that side walking as far as you can go. You can do it along the wall, hold it along your furniture. Good. All right. And we have tons of walls down by me that have the handrails, so if you want to come down and practice down in the Gleneagles hallway or down in the hallway by the bistro, just make sure you wear your mask, right? Stay 6 feet away, and we can practice our walking right there with the handrails. And I know a couple up in Muirfield who does this every day. They walk along the handrails of their hallway. Good. At least they used to. All right. Are you getting tired of walking side to side? This is something we don't do very often, right? So it's important to do it. This is a very important part of our balance right here, this sideward walking. Good. And I know it might get a little annoying that we're doing it so long, but it's important. All right, let's do one more. So one more, whatever you're doing, if you're walking along the wall, or if you're walking along the chair with me. Good. Whatever you're doing, this is the last one right here. All right, so come back to that chair, and we're back to the side of the chair, we're back to our clock, okay? So we've done 6s, 12s, all kinds of things, but now let's see what happens when we have to cross the body. So we're gonna take that outside leg, we're gonna go to 12, we're gonna go to 9, and then I want you to go directly over to 3. Good, directly back to 6. Ooh, was that tough? Go back to 3. Go back to 12. Go back to 3. Go back to 9. Let's go to 3. Go to 12. Go to 9. Go to 3. Woo, let's just do 3 and 9 a little bit. 9 and 3. 9 and 3. Good, that leg is getting tired, isn't it? All right, let's do the other side. Right, march it here. Give those hips a wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Take the burn out. All right, so now if you want to come to the other side, you can of your chair so that you're working the outside leg. You can always use the inside arm. I'm going to stay here because I think I can grab the chair should I need it. So we're going to go up to 12. We're going to go right over to 9. Right over to 3. Back to 6. Right over to 9. Right over to 12. Then back to 9. Let's go to 3. Let's go to 6. Go to 9. Let's just do 9 and 3. Good, 9 and 3. Working that balance. Can you feel that standing leg? It's tugging in, isn't it? It's holding you tight. Hold that chair if you need it. All right, let's just do a 12, 9, 12, 3, and a 6. And stomp that foot. Good, let's march it out. Good job. Very good, very, very good. All right, so a lot of what we've been doing is forward or side. We're going to do a little bit to the back. So chair is close by. We're going to lift one foot and we're going to hold it to the back. Good. While you're here, if you can, I want you to point and flex that foot. And see how just that change in motion made your body kind of tighten a little bit. It made your body say, uh-oh, something's going to make us a little unstable. Can you roll your ankle on that foot that you have behind you? Roll it. Good, then roll the other way. There's a lot on that one leg, so let's put it down. Let's march it out. Chair is close by. We're going to do that other side. So we stand on that foot. We lift that back foot up. We start with a point and a flex. Notice how just that point and the flex, your body just tightened. It just said, okay, something just shifted. Something just happened. And so your body tightens. It gets ready. That's what we want. We want that muscle memory, right? And then roll that ankle. Roll that ankle. Good, and then roll the other way. Good, and put that foot down. All right, you go ahead and come to the back of your chair. We're gonna stay standing just for another minute. So, we're gonna come to that chair. Let's do a good back stretch here. So we're gonna do that down dog on the chair. We're gonna take that walk back, bringing those feet right below your hips, stretching it back. Oh, push through those hips. Feel that nice stretch. Breathe. Good. Now, I want you to push with your left hand a little hard and swing your hips slowly and slightly to the right. Keep the hips lifted to the back. Feel that nice stretch there. Bring it back to the center. Let's push with the right and swing the hips left. Good. Bring those hips back to center. Let's bend those knees. Let's come on forward. Good, and let's go ahead and have a seat back in our chair for a good stretch before we finish. Good. All right, a chair. All right, so let's put one foot out. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Good, and before we get there to reach for the toe, I want you to give me a high five on the screen. High five, you did a great job today. Good, now take those fingers, we're going to squeeze them. Index finger, middle, ring finger, and pinky. Squeeze, 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 working on small motor skill movements as we stretch. Good. Right, squeeze, 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 squeeze. One more time. Good. Now flick your hand like you're saying, go away. Good. And then you can wave goodbye, right? We're not done yet. Just a few more minutes. Now let's reach it. Push that chest forward, lift those ears. So they're over your shoulders, no curling through that spine. Good, and then let's come up. Let's do the other side. Put that heel forward, sit up nice and tall. High five right here, good job today. Squeeze those fingers, pinch, pinch. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Good. My friend Pam Connor in Muirfield says you're squeezing the marshmallows, you're flattening them. Good. All right, and then flick that hand like you're saying, go away. Go away. It's lunchtime, right? I want to eat. All right, and then say hello. Don't say goodbye. Whatever. Okay, and then reach for that toe, lift that head and chest so that your everything is in line, your spine is in line. And then let's come all the way up. All right, we have a little bit of time, just a little bit of time to work a little bit on that piriformis, that sciatic nerve area. So let's go ahead and we're gonna hug one leg in and we're gonna sit back in our chair, but we're sitting somewhat tall. So my bottom's about mid-chair, not all the way forward. So just a quick little stretch right here. This is gonna be a fast and furious, quick little couple minutes. And then we're gonna cross that foot right here. If you can't cross here, cross at the ankle. We're going to sit up nice and tall. And flex that foot and we're going to sit forward. Ooh, I can feel that today. All right, good. Oh, I was telling someone earlier that I picked green beans last night. I think they're probably the last ones of the season until I plant. I might do a fall planting of beans. But all that bending, oh yeah, you can feel it. All right, now let's rock it back and forth. So we're just going to rock back and forth. Keep that foot flexed on the top. If you need to, you can do a little break by pulling that bottom foot forward. That gives you a little relief in the hip. Good. All right, let's hold this one forward just a little bit. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hand on the outside of that knee and we're going to push a little forward, not a lot forward, and then we're going to turn and look up. Bring everything back to the center. Let's undo that. Let's lift that leg up on the other side. Push that chest a little bit forward. Breathe. we're going to cross that leg either at the top or at the ankle. If you're at the ankle, it's open and it's active. It's not just, I'm waiting for the next thing. It's actually an active movement. So we're sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to flex that foot right here. We're going to lean forward, get that first bearing. How does that feel? Wow, right? Youch. Good. And then let's do that rock back and forth, rock it back and forth. Good, chest is forward. Good. All right, one more, let's do one more rock. Hold it here, good. Let's go back just a little bit. So we're tall, but a little lean forward, put that hand on the knee, and we're gonna turn, push and turn. Good, and bring it back to the center, one more lean, just see how that feels. And then let's come all the way up, let's uncross that, and let's bring those legs out wide, sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna hinge right here at the hip. And for those of us that have had surgery recently in the eyes, or we get dizzy easily, I want you to stop right here. Your focus is pushing your hips back and pushing your chest forward, and we just pause right here. Good, for those of us that can, we're still pushing the hips back, but we're gonna reach down towards the floor or towards a prop of some kind, maybe a block. Good. And I want you to get it so that your arms are hitting your legs. And we're going to push those legs apart just a little bit using your elbows. And we're going to push that chest forward. Your head is parallel with the floor, so we're not hanging yet here. We're up and lifted. Good. Breathe right here. Feel that stretch into the hip. Good. For those of you that are comfortable, hang your head and give it a shake. Breathe. Big breaths here. All right, and bring it right back to the center. Let's bring it up. And bring it all the way up. And walk it in. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Let's do a little bit of a curl here. For a little cat and cow while we're getting ready for our final relaxation. Good, just stretching one more little bit there. We probably need to do a little bit for the neck, so let's just stop. Right here, let's do a little bit for the neck. So I want you to push your hands down towards your sides. Maybe you're up and over the edges of your chair. We're going to bring that ear to the side. And lift it up. Let's do the other side. And lift it up. Tuck your chin. Good. Keep your chin tucked and look for the elusive napkin side to side with that head. Looking for that napkin. Where'd it go? Good. And bring that head right back to the center. Just sit up nice and tall. Good. All right. Let's scoot ourselves all the way back. Just let's take a moment and let's just roll those wrists. Kind of getting a little bit into that carpal tunnel. Roll. Good. If you are someone that watches on YouTube, I do have a chair yoga out there for hands and feet. If you don't know how to get there, I can send you the link for it so that you can do hands and feet. Maybe we'll do it again live one day here. Let's stretch it out just that little bit. And then let's bring that all the way back. Hands come comfortably. Make sure that you're back as far as you can on the chair before you sit back so that you're sitting tall and you're not in that Mustang with the bucket seat. Good. Let's close our eyes just for a short 30 seconds or so. Breathing nice big deep breaths here. Relaxing through that body. Good. Being grateful for the balance that we have and grateful that we can practice together. And taking this last few moments just to breathe and soften. focus back into the room. Let's take that last big deep breath. And bringing those hands to prayer and those prayer hands to your heart, being so grateful that we're here and that we can be together. Thank you so much for sharing yoga with me today. I hope you feel well balanced and ready for whatever the day brings. Namaste.